failure to feed. It's the ammunition. This is the Norinco Chinese. This has been happening on my Colt AR-15A4 as well. Not good. In other words, the crimp on these rounds is really bad. You can see it. That's not good. Not good at all. So from now on, all of the 5.56 NATO Chinese ammunition I've got, I'm going to have to crimp every single round before I shoot it off. Every single round. This is actually kind of a relief because I was having this problem with my Colt AR-15A4 and I was thinking, geez, maybe there's a problem with the rifle, but now I know. Now that I've run this through different rifles, it's doing the same thing. It's an ammunition problem. It's the only ammunition I've ever had that problem with. It's not the rifle. I just opened another spam can of Chinese 223. It's the same lot number 17. 55 grain ball. And pretty much all of these rounds, with a few exceptions, they did run them through a crimping tool, but you can see on that one it's got almost no crimp whatsoever. So I'm going to crimp about 60-80 rounds, and I'm going to bring them out to the range and see if I have any failure. I'm getting about 1 failure to feed in 20 rounds with this ammunition. Probably simply because what happens is the cartridge ejects from the magazine, hits the M4 feed ramp, and the bullet actually is sunk into the case, where it's essentially stuck in spot on the feed ramp, and then the bolt hits it in the side and gives it a good scar. So here we have 2 rounds that have where the projectile has gone into the case. And this has happened a lot for me. More than just these 2 rounds. We're talking like 20 of these things have done it. This one was fired out of the Colt AR-15, and this one was fired out of an Olympic Arms. Both of them have M4 feed ramps, and it's the same thing. It's always this ammunition that does it, and so I'm going to crimp a whole bunch of this ammunition up and see if that makes a difference. So essentially, what I'm trying to say to you is that this ammunition, there should be a safety advisory that, it's my due diligence to warn you that if you are shooting this stuff out of your rifles, out of your AR-15s or whatever it is that you're shooting them out of, you need to know that there is a risk of this occurring. Now, what would happen if that round here made it into your chamber and the firing pin hit the primer? What do you think would happen to you and your rifle? It probably wouldn't be good. I wonder how many of these rounds I've actually shot off where the projectile was partially embedded in the case. May have an impact on accuracy. You better believe it. Will have an impact on whether or not the gun explodes and blows off your face. You better believe it. So when you're shooting this ammunition, I am hereby warning you that this phenomenon could occur in your rifle, and that you should seriously look at doing what I'm about to do. Now, lots of you out there don't have this stuff. What are you going to do if you don't have one of these presses? Well, if you're a shooter, you probably have a friend. Make sure you consider doing this. See if it makes a difference. Maybe it's just really, really bad ammunition, but I suspect that this is the cause of the issue. You can run through a fair amount of ammunition pretty quick.